What's up, everybody? David, Pro Duo Flippers here. 2020 is in the books. It was a crazy year, but it was a good year. Gonna go over all my numbers for the year and show you, as I always have been, open and disclosing my numbers for what I sold on eBay, Amazon, Poshmark, and local for the year for 2020. So let's get to it. Okay, so here's my spreadsheet. This is one tab of my spreadsheet that shows my monthly totals throughout the year as well as previous years. So if you have watched one of my income videos before, then you're probably familiar with this. But if not, I have data going back for since the start of 2016 in this spreadsheet. So I have my previous numbers here in the gray, and then right here on the right in the different colors will be the current year. So you can see that January of 2020, my eBay sales were 8,300, and last month, December of 2020, my eBay sales were 16,439. And then if you go to the right in yellow, you can see my Amazon, my Poshmark, my local. My total for the month for December was 17,678. So down here at the bottom is the totals for the year. eBay came in at 171,716, which is great. I mean, if you look at my previous year, it was 794. So huge improvement there. I'll talk about the whys and everything after I show you these numbers, so that you're just not staring at these screenshots of my spreadsheet for so long. But basically, 171,716 in eBay sales for 2020. Amazon, much smaller, only 1,765. Poshmark, we just started up halfway through the year, and we ended up with $6,095. And then local sales, which would be mostly Facebook Marketplace, maybe a little bit of Craigslist, was $7,221. And so our total sales for the year was 186,797. So great year there. Very happy with the results. It was a crazy year, but we'll talk more about the details after that. So that's this part of my spreadsheet. There's like 10 or 15 tabs on this spreadsheet, but I'm just going to show you a couple. So that's the one that shows my monthly totals for all my platforms throughout the year. And then I'm just going to show you this one more that has more detail about eBay, because eBay is what I do the most. And this will show my monthly sales, and it has a little more information. So it shows here my sales number for each month. So you can see in January I had 277 sales. In December I had 448. I think the most I ever had was during when everything went down to shutdown was April and May. I had 555 and 550. And then my total for the whole year was 5,105 sales, and that's just eBay. So great year. Again, here you can see my monthly sales numbers in dollars, and with the total at 171,716. And then you can see throughout the year, you can see for each month, my average sale price for that month. So that's something interesting to watch. I've been working on improving that over, or raising that average sale price up, I should say. So as you can see, the last few months of the year were pretty good, all just barely over $36 average sale price. So my average sale price came in at $33.64. Still not as where I want it to be. I'm still always going to be trying to improve that, but there's always those small things, and especially small things in multiple quantities that I sell, that will keep that average sale price somewhat low. But if you look at it compared to the year before, everything here in gray is my numbers for the previous year for 2019. So my average for 2019, my average sale price was $30.82. And so almost $3 higher this year, so I'm happy with that. And at 5,000 items sold, I mean, you can attribute almost $15,000 of my sales just to having a $3 higher average sale price. So that's great. Having that higher average sale price means you're just making more for the same amount of work, basically, right? Because the transaction, the listing, the packaging, all that's about the same. But if you're getting a higher price, then you're getting more money for your time spent. So, and then also here, I have a starting list number and starting list dollar here for each month. I like to keep track of that so I can see where I was at the beginning of the month. So as you can see, on January 1st, I was at 1,100 listings for $33,000 worth of value, basically. So, and then you can see throughout the year that I kind of went up. There was a couple months where you can see here that I had a fairly large increase, and that was when Melissa had stayed home with me for because we were quarantining, and so she was helping with the business. And then it went dropped back down when she went back to work, and then she joined me again, and it went back up. So 1490 was the beginning of December for 44,000, and January 1st, I just added this on here so you can see where I'm at right now today. Today is the 1st. I have 1,524 listings for a value of 45,474 as of today. So that's kind of my numbers for the spreadsheet. And then I'm just going to kind of wrap it up with kind of talking about how the year went and why the numbers were where they were. All right, so that is my spreadsheet. Those are my numbers. Hopefully that all makes sense. If you guys ever have any questions, just put them down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you. But basically, I just want to kind of talk about the numbers for the year, talk about the year in general, and kind of about how things went or why the numbers were what they were. So 2020, of course, was kind of a crazy year. With all the shutdowns and quarantining and stuff, it was a busier year than normal for online sales. I would say it really picked up. You could see it when in that spreadsheet that my April and May were just huge, when normally they would have been quite a bit smaller. So that was one reason why the growth was really big this year. I was like 116 approximately on eBay for 2019 and 171 for 2020. So that's a huge growth. Half of that I would say I would attribute to this year just being good for online sales because of everything that's going on with COVID and everything. The other half I would attribute that to my wife just being here helping. So she helped me for a couple months, kind of part-time-ish, a little bit, maybe three-quarters time during those couple months. And so she really helped me maintain my listings and grow my listings when things were selling like crazy during COVID. So, and then she went back to work, but only for a couple months. And at that point, she decided she wanted to join me and do this as a full-time business with both of us as a couple. So she gave a month's notice, and then at the end of August, she quit her job and joined me full time. It took us a couple weeks to get going. We took a week vacation there at the start of September, and then we really got going. And so numbers came up again, and of course it was fourth quarter. So I would say almost half the year she was helping in some way. And so between the elevated numbers because of COVID and between her helping me, that's the reason why there's such a big growth this year from 115 or 116 to 171. So great year. I mean, obviously for the business. Other reasons, it wasn't so great. We both came down with COVID ourselves over Thanksgiving time. We are both recovered from it now, thankfully. So not the greatest year. Otherwise, we had to cancel vacations, and we haven't been able to see family and friends as much, or do lots and lots of activities canceled. Luckily, we haven't had any of our family or friends really have any serious consequences from COVID or anything. But for the business, obviously, it was a boost in sales. So not sure what's going to be coming forward for 2021. We still don't know, right? COVID has not really slowed down much yet in some areas, especially here in Idaho and neighboring states. It's picked up steam where we were kind of slow to get it compared to other places. And so it hasn't seemed to be slowing down here at all. So we'll see what the rest of this year brings. I have a feeling it's still going to be affecting us, socially or whatever, health-wise, and as well as elevated sales for the first half of the year. I just don't think it's going to go away that fast. So for business, it could mean higher numbers than normal. And so we'll see how it goes. I'm expecting some growth this year still. I'm expecting a lot of growth this year. So Melissa and I are going to do another video that will come out soon within the next few days or so about our goals for 2021. So we'll talk about what we expect from eBay, Amazon, Poshmark, local sales, any other financial goals that we might have, maybe a couple of personal goals, we'll throw in there, I don't know, as well as what we plan to do on social media. So, and when I say social media, I just mean Instagram, YouTube, or whatever. So look for that coming soon if you want. But that's basically my numbers in a nutshell. Like I said, the growth was just due to COVID and Melissa joining me. So
I expect to see some growth this year too. We'll talk about it in our next video, how much I expect or how much we're going to be setting that goal at trying to achieve. And anyway, like I said before, if you have any questions or comments, just leave them below. I will get back to you. If you need something like this to track your numbers, like my spreadsheet, it is available as always in my description for only $9. You can take it and you can modify it however you want. It does work with, it is an Excel spreadsheet, but it does work with Google Docs and with Apple numbers. I've had confirmation from a couple people on both of those that it does work. So give it a try, modify it however you want. It does have tabs for eBay, Poshmark, local, Amazon, and then it has tabs also for expenses, inventory, purchases, everything. It has monthly totals and year-to-date totals and really everything that I need. I've developed this spreadsheet over a few years, and I've been using it since the beginning of 2016. So I guess that's 4 years now. 4 full years I've been using it, and it's worked well for me. So, and it makes your taxes due at the end of the year super simple. Anyway, hopefully this video is useful to you guys. It just gives you an idea of what a full-time reseller could possibly do. I know there's people out there who are doing better than me, and they're probably not on social media. I mean, there is a few on social media that are doing better than me, and there's probably a number that, you know, because they don't spend time on social media, are doing even better than me, than Melissa and I are. But anyway, just wanted to let you know what's possible. So that's why I like to share my numbers. Anyway, if you like this, just give me a thumbs up. If you want to share, that'd be great. Subscribe, that really helps me out. Check us out on Instagram at ProDualFlippers2, and it's 2021. So let's set some goals and let's start crushing them. Thanks, guys.